Hi, I'm Consuela Shaw, licensed mental health counselor with Assuage Counseling and Consulting. Today, I want to share with you something that I've been asked so many questions about, and I have so many clients who just want to know, how do I work through this? What is this? This is anxiety. So what I want you to know is you're not the only one, you're not by yourself. 40 million Americans suffer with some form of anxiety today. What does that mean? That says, number one, you are not by yourself. Number two, it is not some big monster that cannot be controlled. One of the things that's important for you to know is you have what it takes to control the anxiety. It's a matter of identifying what is the cause of the anxiety, as well as allowing yourself to take the time to work through it. It is very important that once you identify the cause of it, and sometimes you just have to sit down and allow yourself to just think about what it is I am worried about. So what I've learned is many years ago, we didn't call it anxiety, we call it we're worried. Oh, I'm just concerned. I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that. I remember when I was growing up, I didn't hear the word anxiety. What I did hear was I'm worried, right? So if that's the case, it's the same thing. I want you to understand when you're worried about something, it's probably because it has not even happened to you yet. You don't know if it is going to happen. And you're trying to figure out, what is my plan B? What is my plan C? What is my plan D? Don't know how I'm going to come up with those plans. However, what if none of them work out? Guess what? That's what anxiety looks like. I want you to know also that anxiety, as it begins to grow, it does begin to impact our body. Sometimes you can have headaches. Sometimes you may feel like you have this pressure in your chest and your heart is being held real tight. You feel like your heart is being squeezed really, really tight. Sometimes that is what anxiety will do when you're so worried about what's going to happen. So for instance, you have this big project that is due at work. Today is the beginning of the project and you're already worried about what if something doesn't happen in those 10 days. We can't control what happens in the future. We can't control what has already happened. But what do we have control of? We have control of our now. Many a times it's allowing yourself to get back into your now. There's several things that we can do to allow ourselves to do that. And one of those is what we call deep breathing. Deep breathing allows your body to calm down, your nervous system to calm down. And what it does is it sends that signal back to your brain that you are safe. Once that begins to happen, you can get regrounded and then you can begin to do your best work. So what I want you to do today is I want you to understand is that if you find yourself in this space, and remember, most of us find ourselves in some form of anxiety in our life at some point. When you do, I want you to remember the biggest thing you can do is take the biggest deep breath that you can, hold it for about 7 seconds, and let it out very slow through your mouth and count of 8. We call that 4-7-8 breathing. And what that does is allow your brain to say, hey, I'm safe. Your body then begins to come back into alignment and calm down so you can begin to function. I want you to know today, you can control that anxiety and you have the power to do so. I will, as I go, begin to give you more tips on how you can better handle the anxiety that you find yourself dealing with in your life. And guess what? You're not alone. I want you to know you can do it. This is Consuela Shaw, licensed mental health counselor with Assuage Counseling and Consulting. Remember, you have the control. Use it. Have a great day.